On my visit to Il Chiostro di Andrea in 2021, I arrived in the midst of a thunderstorm. This time, when I got to the restaurant, it was again raining, if gently, and was quite cool for late September. There was a pronounced note of melancholy for me on this occasion, but it had nothing to do with the rain or the early autumn chill. This would be the last night at this restaurant in the Chiostri di San Barnaba. The unique beauty of the Chiostro dei Pesci, dating to the early 1500s, where I have now enjoyed 5 memorable dinners, would no longer be the location for the restaurant, which has been called simply Ristorante Il Chiostro as of 2022. The evening I came was the last one for the general public. After a private event the next night, the restaurant closed and will reopen at a later date at another address in the same neighborhood. The impeccable service, warm welcome, and imaginative cuisine will, I'm sure, remain wherever they open. In the meantime, however, it meant saying goodbye to what I consider to be the most beautiful restaurant venue where I have ever eaten. We're not talking views from a restaurant. Those are always unique and can't be compared. I was greeted by the staff, led by Massimo and Ferruccio, and above all, Andrea, the sommelier, who were all happy I'd made it before they closed up in the Chiostri. Andrea immediately brought me a glass of spumante brut, made from 80% Pinot Nero and 20% Chardonnay, from Conte Vistarino in the Oltrepò Pavese to start off. With some guidance from Ferruccio, I selected my so-called poker, 4 courses of my choice from the à la carte menu, not counting dessert. The first of 2 antipasti was an instant decision, a ceviche of branzino, sea bass, and mango, with julienne vegetables and a curl of fried plantain at the front. As you can hear from the background, the sprinkle of rain from my arrival had turned into a downpour. We were all, of course, seated under the porticos in the vaulted walkways. My menu sequence had posed a few problems regarding the wine pairing for sommelier Andrea. After some initial cross-questioning from him as to what sort of options I wanted to go with, he had found a solution. There is no challenge involving wine that could stump Andrea. His proposal was to move straight to a red for my second antipasto and stay with it for the primo. So, a Barbera del Monferrato Giuline from Acquarnero in the province of Alessandria in Piemonte. We needed something substantial to go with my hearty autumnal tarte tatin of radicchio and red onions, with melted Castelmagno cheese and caramelized walnuts. Earthy and rich, it was the dish most matching the elements, which corresponded more to late rather than early autumn. I love radicchio and find it hard to pass on any dish containing Castelmagno, so I was very pleased with the tarte tatin. Up next was my primo. This was spaghetti with 2 thick slices of melting lardo, along with lemon peel and a cream of fagioli cocco. That translates literally as coconut beans. What it means is a variety of oval-shaped, very small white bean. After the radicchio tarte tatin, another combination of earthy flavors. By this point, the rain had let up, and I took the opportunity before my secondo to film the courtyard from the front walkway. The moment I was again seated, Andrea rushed over with the next wine. This was a Giacobbe, made from Cesanese di Olivano Romano grapes, yet another new varietal for me, this one from Lazio, the region surrounding Rome. My secondo was rabbit loin stuffed with mazzancolla, a tiger prawn species, sometimes referred to as striped prawn. These slices were served in a coconut milk-based curry with coconut flakes on top, and a small salad of peas and snow peas on the side. Andrea had decided that the unusual red varietal Cesanese would work better than moving back to a white after the Barbera. I had to agree. He also had a recommendation for my dessert choice, specifically pan meino with flambéed figs, lime-flavored ricotta, and a salted caramel. Pan meino, Andrea informed me, is a typical Lombard cake made from cornmeal. I had never come across it before, but love pretty much anything made from cornmeal. It worked very well with the figs and the lime-imbued ricotta. There was no doubt for Andrea which wine should accompany this dessert. An Albana Passito Arrocco from Zerbina, a winemaker just outside Faenza in the province of Ravenna. By this time it had got decidedly colder, and all the other guests sitting outside had gone home. I'll leave you with some photos of the courtyard earlier in the evening, as my farewell to the Ristorante Il Chiostro in this beautiful location, and look forward to my next dinner in their new site, wherever it turns out to be.